Okay, what's up, guys?
What is up?
Literally looking at the comments, and I'm like, why is everybody talking about peacocks? Like, what the hell is happening?
And then wait. And then I'm like, well, I am wearing feathers tonight. This is funny. They're going to be so surprised.
And then I realized I put it in the description of the stream. So, I mean, you know, whatever. I've had a long day.
What did you say, though? I look like a peacock?
I just said Tiff is a Tiffany and Ryan live. Tiff is a peacock tonight.
He's always making fun of my earrings. He either calls me a peacock, a pirate. Am I going fishing with my fishing lures? What else do you have to say usually?
It's just the way it is, Tiff. Just the way it is.
Gosh.
Yeah, Michelle Knight says clickbait.
Yeah, clickbait. Well,
I get accused of clickbait a lot.
Wait. Clickbait because of the peacock or clickbait because did you have a different title?
No, that was the title. I told you.
I mean, it kind of is click. I mean, I do have feathers. I don't look like a peacock, though.
Did you
Let's be
click?
honest, Ryan.
Then it worked.
This is what I have to do. Oh, thank you so much, Joe. Joe said I look fantastic. This is what I have to do, okay? I got to have, like, all this crazy makeup and my eyelashes and my peacocks on just to get Ryan's attention. I walk in, and he's like, keep working.
No, I said you look beautiful as soon as...
Look at me.
Yeah.
Like, what do I got to hang dinner plates from my ears to get your attention?
No dinner plates. But dinner would be nice since I literally for dinner tonight ate ravioli out of a can.
I'm kind of
living very below. I'm like down in like bachelor level.
Please, you can go in the fridge and you can warm up a plate of spaghetti. And guess what?
What do I look like?
Your wife has been working since 3:45 this morning.
Whatever.
So the reason I was looking like this is because I was hoping you were going to take me out to burger night at Applebee's after, because I need some I need some meat.
I'll give you some meat.
Shut up. No, I need to eat some meat. Shut up. Stop. Move on. Canned raviolis, actually, it
was actually good.
I don't ever buy them, but the kids asked for some. I guess they had some at school or something, so they asked for some raviolis, and then I bought a can, and me and you both kind of ate some. I'm like, actually, for being in a can, they're not too bad. Like, I wouldn't want to eat it every day or anything, but...
No, but it's like part of childhood, right? It's like...
Is that why?
It's like eating Lucky Charms every once in a while. You're like, I remember sitting and watching cartoons 9 a.m. on Saturday morning eating this.
Yeah, I'm not a Lucky Charm person, but I am a Captain Crunch person. But only the original. I'm not a fan of this whole, like, all berries or berries. I don't need more sugar. I just want straight Captain Crunch.
Wow,
That's
so
my favorite.
You're a purist.
We didn't have money when I was young, so, like, sugared cereal was a big deal. We always got cornflakes and Rice Krispies, and then, you know, you put your own sugar on there because sugared cereal, like, was...
For rich people.
For those other people, exactly.
Yeah. Ken says, let's go, Brandon.
Oh.
Let's go, Brandon.
Brian says, Tiffany, you look great. My wife saw you and said that she wants to learn from you. That is so funny because I every now and then think, like, I should do a little tutorial because it legit took me, like, I don't know, probably under 5 minutes.
Is she talking about she wants to learn how to shoot from you or learn?
Oh!
Like, you might be reading this out of context
here. He said you look good.
Or learn how to put makeup on.
Yeah.
It starts with a air compressor and a spray paint.
Shut up.
Gun.
No, like, I just threw my hair up. Applebee's seems like shorts and a t-shirt kind of place. Yeah, you're right. I don't have to dress up. But you're right. Absolutely. 100%.
I don't know if you guys have seen the new Dave Chappelle.
Ryan's cheap. Applebee's is as fancy as it gets for me.
Oh, you're so full of it. You're the cheap one. Whatever. So anyway. So Dave Chappelle, the new Dave Chappelle comedy special that's out on Netflix. I don't know if you guys watched it. I watched it the other night. It's a pretty rough episode.
My ears were burning in bed because there is so much cussing.
So none of it is appropriate to talk about on this podcast. But the one thing that he said, he's like,
I was to learn how to shoot.
He's like, I was in Michigan and I was in a real like redneck white trash area or restaurant. Just imagine like Chili's. And I thought, you know, we think going to Applebee's is nice, but somebody like Dave Chappelle is like, oh man, this is like
Well, yeah.
Bottom of the barrel, right?
Okay, Shell said she's going to watch it tonight. Okay.
It's pretty wild,
Dave
Michelle.
cusses what? I know. Every time he listens, I'm like, oh my gosh, like there is so much cussing.
Yeah.
It's not that I'm not a prude or anything. I don't know. Lots of cussing bugs me.
Yeah.
Especially if you say the GD, that's like, I'm out. That really pisses me off. Because I feel like, why do you gotta bring God into it? What did God say to you? Like, he never said anything. Why you gotta bring God in and start cussing God? And do you guys know, like, people always cuss, they're like, JC, but nobody's ever like, Buddha damn, or Confucius damn.
Oh, okay.
Well, I'm just saying, like, nobody says that.
It's because it doesn't rhyme, Tiffany.
Okay, well.
You know how hard I would laugh?
Oh, Longhorn. Longhorn is so good, Canic Bill. I love the potatoes with the little butter, all the butter. Oh,
Yeah.
so good.
I want one of those Longhorn skulls in my office. That would be cool. So anyway.
Expensive.
What's up, Sean? What's up, Michelle? Dead man talking.
Cussing is low class. Yeah, I mean, Ryan cusses, and I don't really think Ryan's low class, but...
Might be. Depends on who you are.
I mean, kind of is, but no, he's not. So I don't know. It just bugs me. I don't know why. But
yeah, when I was at...
I do cuss.
When I was at Jackson's
Kind of a hypocrite.
parent-teacher conference the other day, there was a bunch of parents there and a bunch of kids. When I dropped the F-bomb, everybody acted like I was a weird person.
You did not.
No, this is not a real story, but...
No, but sometimes that drives me crazy if you do say a cuss word and there are other kids around. Like, it's fine if you want to cuss with your kids, but sometimes you'll be talking and you'll say a cuss word and then somebody like at the other table and they got kids and I'm like, shh, there's kids.
I don't remember what I said, but I said a cuss word one day and Jackson was like, is that a cuss word? And I was like, yeah. And he goes, new cuss word unlocked.
Yeah, that was so funny. He said that at Panera.
That was like the greatest thing he could ever say, man.
Yeah, it was super funny. Okay, sorry I missed the clubhouse last week. No problem, Ryan.
Yeah, we know you're not feeling the greatest, buddy.
I hope that you're feeling okay. I know the chemo is kicking your butt.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
what do you got?
thanks everybody for tuning in. If you want to see some crazy stories, you ready for the first one here, Tiffany? Tiffy. So hold on, before I even show you this.
What?
This video is exactly like the crazy, wild stuff that we saw at our gun store on like a weekly basis.
But why do you only show it to me here and then I don't? You guys get sound. I don't get sound. And then
no.
like,
There's no sound for this.
What do you
one.
think about it? I'm like, well, I never heard anything.
Okay, whatever. Pay attention. You ready? You ready?
Yes.
Okay. So look at this guy. He's got crutches. He's looking at this rifle and he's got to kneel on the ground.
What?
Okay, it's not crazy yet.
What the? Oh my gosh, it's Skittles. That's Skittles.
And then he's like, nah, man, the balance is off. The balance is off on this rifle. So the guy literally did like a full summer. He's holding the rifle.
You need to play that again.
Kneels down on the ground. Okay, let's play it again.
That is so funny.
And then as he's analyzing this rifle, making his buying decision, he does a full somersault.
Oh my
tactical
gosh.
Steve roll.
That is so embarrassing.
And then he just stands up. Is like, no.
The funniest thing about it is that he's not even slick about it. Like, at least if you like had some like John Wick, move where you were like,
but that's the problem.
Real slick, but you're like,
that's the problem.
This would be like me doing a roll. You got to take me to a gun store and let me do that and record me secretly. That would be so funny.
Too many people know who we are, Tiffany.
That would be so funny.
It would be funny.
That would be hilarious.
Yeah, whatever.
So is this a joke?
I don't know, but then the guy's like, nah, man, I don't want the gun. And then he gets his crutches and then he limps off.
Do you remember Skittles?
I do remember Skittles. Tell the story of Skittles.
So Skittles used to come into our gun store like all the time. He lived like a block and a half away, okay? And this guy, he's like just old enough to carry a gun. So like 21, right? But he's like 105 pounds, soaking wet, maybe like 5 foot, maybe 5'1", right? And he's got glasses.
So kind of like your first husband.
Yes. Shut up. So, like, as nerdy as you could get, right? But whatever, So, we called him Skittles because we made nicknames for everybody that was there. So, anyway, he comes in, he's like, can I see that gun? And he's like, trying to rack it and look cool. And
so, first of all,
sudden,
there's like 15 people in the gun store.
I don't know if I can do it.
Okay, you got to stand up then.
I can't.
Okay. Move your chair.
Move my chair. So he's like looking at the gun. So this is the counter. I'm standing here, right? He's looking at the gun. He's like, and then he goes like this. And like everybody's like dropping and flying over. It was hilarious.
So there was about 15 people in the store, and people were literally, when he jumped around, people were diving onto the ground.
Because he's like swinging a gun on, totally...
clueless, right? Clueless.
What's it called? Flagging everybody. Like, but he just jumps into this move, and then he's like, cool.
Yeah, he's like,
gives it back.
Sweet gun. And then he came, do you remember he came into the gun store like a week later or whatever?
Yeah, and he
he's
wanted
like,
a job.
Hey, I want to get a job. I was like, yeah, no, I'm not interested.
Yeah. How many of us want to see Tiff do the role on the next show? Yeah, right?
Probably a lot of people.
I think it would be pretty funny.
Mary Atkins says that she is down. She is down to go do some tactical roles in a gun store.
Oh my gosh, Mary. We should do that. That would be hilarious. Oh, that's so funny. Okay.
Yeah, it's really wild.
Skittles thought he was Charlie's Angels. Yeah, totally. So that is hilarious. That's a funny video. I'd never seen that.
Awesome, right?
Yeah, that's so cute.
Okay.
Oh, Miles Rose is on here. That's okay. This is I gotta just say it, okay? I know that you changed your signature. But the first time that you sent me a text, it said Big Booty Judy. And I was like, Ryan.
No way, that's Big Booty Judy?
Ryan has been waiting. So
waiting to meet you.
Because
so hold on, let's tell the story.
Ryan, I said I just got a text. Wait.
Okay. I'm so excited I'm so excited right now, Tiffany.
So, and she won the Team Tiff t-shirt. But listen, so we were at the hotel, I think, with the kids when we went for a summer break, and she texted, and that was your signature, I guess, built into your phone or whatever. So I said to Ryan, I said, we just got a text from Big Booty Judy. And the boys just were like, Big Booty Judy, Big Booty Judy. So all weekend, they were saying that. So it was so funny. She said, yeah, that's the name of the truck I had. That makes sense. I can't wait to tell the boys.
That was the name of the truck you had?
Ryan
what are you defining as a truck?
He's been waiting. I'm like, oh, she rescheduled because you had to reschedule a few times. And so Ryan's been waiting to see
To meet you. I just figured you're an entrepreneur and you are building the Big Booty Judy brand.
The brand.
You are building a global monopoly on OnlyFans. I don't know what you're doing, but...
Yeah, so anyway, so she watches you all the time. And,
awesome.
Yeah, she's definitely says, keep your head on a swivel.
Okay, good. Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah.
We just had a woman in the class on Saturday, really sad story. So when I asked her why she wanted to carry a gun, she said my son's, she said the trial is starting Monday. And I said, she said it like you knew. Like I knew, right? But I don't know.
What trial?
And I said, what trial are you referring to? And she said, well, my son was murdered in Riverview 4 years ago. So, that's a sensitive thing, right? Like I like to dig, but I have to kind of tread lightly. So I said, how was your son murdered? And she said, do you remember the 2 young men bodies that they just found by this gas station? And I said, no, I don't remember that. But she said he was there with his friend, wrong place, wrong time. This guy just walked up and shot both of them and then just left.
Tried to rob him or something.
I don't know. Maybe they were doing something shady. Maybe they weren't. We don't really have the context, right? But she said that after the guy got arrested, because they got him pretty quick, after the shooter got arrested, the mother of the other victim, somebody did a drive-by on her house. Oh, my gosh. So maybe these are just, people doing bad stuff.
Drive-bys.
But the student is kind of afraid. The trial is starting. Maybe they're going to come after her and try to shoot her.
I really thought drive-bys were just in the movies.
Oh my gosh.
There is so many drive-bys that happen in the Tampa area.
We had a student again on Saturday that he said, I have bullet holes in my car right now.
That is so crazy.
Yeah.
Hi, Mom. I haven't seen my mom in forever.
Hey, Jackie. Yeah, and probably with all this COVID border stuff.
I know. It sucks.
Probably not going to happen anytime soon.
Yeah, I know. Hey, Ting Ting. We haven't seen you in a little while. Welcome to the show.
I have my eggs in the class.
Yeah, I don't know.
Don't know what that means, Ting Ting.
She don't know that that the son was about that thug life. Well, hey,
and it could be, right?
But maybe not. You know, you can't always say, because it could have been the guys are driving around, they're punks, they're looking for some money, looking for some drugs. They see two guys standing over there, you know, putting air in their tire or something. And it's like a robbery gone bad, right? They think they're just going to pull their gun and the person's going to hand over the money, but the person doesn't just hand over the money, and then all of a sudden it turns into a situation.
Sure.
You know, and turns bloody fast.
Yeah.
So you see that happen time and time again. People don't mean... There was even that guy that... there was a guy that pulled a gun on somebody and was a kid, right? Just gonna rob him, but he has his finger on the trigger. He's freaking shaking. He shoots the guy. Then
accidentally?
Yes.
So he didn't mean to shoot him.
I mean, like,
so
then
he's got okay.
He starts apologizing to the guy, calls 911, and says, like, I just shot someone. Like, he didn't mean to, but he was, you know, it's like, didn't mean to, but you shouldn't point a gun at somebody's face with a finger on the trigger.
Right.
But you know what I mean? Like, stuff like that happens all the time, because these kids or whatever that are, these thugs, I'll call them, that are going out with these firearms, they're not trained. They're not taking firearms courses.
So what you're saying is we need to create a gun safety class for gangbangers.
Maybe. I mean, it would be helpful. Do you see that, like, Ryan's, like, whatever course or whatever, he has, like, the negligent discharges, and you'll see on YouTube there's so many where they're like, yeah, buddy in their mom's house, and they're like, blah blah, you know, beep beep, bad word, and then poof, the gun goes off. Like, this happens on the regular, because they're not trained. So thank you. So
thanks, Joe, we appreciate you, buddy.
Do you see what he said? Why?
I did see. He's trying to suck up. We see what you're doing, Joe. We see the game that you're playing.
Thank you, Joe. We appreciate you. Thank you so much. That's awesome. Okay. Okay, wait. Ting Ting said she's having my eggs in the class means I'm not having menopause yet. Oh my gosh.
Wow, this live stream really got away from us.
This just took a rapid turn here.
Which usually I'm the one that does that, Ting Ting.
Yeah,
so this is surprising. Okay, so you ready for another crazy video?
Okay, yes.
Okay,
Go
let's
for
go. This is a road rage incident gone wrong. Okay, I turned it off.
Okay, gotcha.
Road rage incident gone wrong, which I can't tell you how many times, right? Something starts, you got to de-escalate it. Because if you escalate it, you might get cut in half.
Money, hang up on gang. Yeah, my bitch got my name on her. Let my nuts hang on her. Niggas get jammed, they sing on your sign.
Just drives away. I think it was hard to see.
Money, hang up on gang. Yeah, my bitch got my name on her. Let my nuts hang on her. Niggas get jammed, they sing on your sign.
And he just got sucked out of the car.
Oh, okay, but so he's okay?
I don't know. He's in the hospital. I can say that 100%.
Hell, why would you do that?
Because people are stupid.
But why would you crawl over that just seems like you're a real dummy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this is it though, right? So again on Saturday, we had a guy that was in a road rage incident down in South Tampa.
Yeah.
Somebody like kind of swerved into his lane a little bit, so he tapped the horn. And then when they the little argument started. So then when they pulled up to the red light down in Del Mabry and Gandy, this other guy pulled up next to him and just hung a gun right out the window and was like, "What you gonna do, man? What you gonna do?" And he said, I said, "Did you floor it? What did you do?" And he said, "I was trapped. I'm in my car. There's cars in front of me, cars beside me, cars behind. There's nowhere to go, right?" And I said, that's why you need to have a gun. Wow. That's a situation that...
I don't know, like, because you're trapped. You're going to try to pull a gun now at this point and have a shootout? I mean, that just seems, I don't know.
The guy is already waving a gun at you. Like, that's not the moment you want to be sitting there twisting your nipples trying to figure out what am I going to do next.
Yeah, I don't know.
Didn't even catch that?
I was reading comments, sorry. Sometimes I just tune you out, Ryan. Let's be honest. After 17 years, I'm kind of tired of listening to you.
Maybe asphalt can't fix stupid. Did you get slain or fall victim to bald knuckleheads and bad aim? The Psycho Realm.
I guess that's lyrics from. I don't know. I don't know that song. Okay, wait. Tiff, I know it's a couple weeks late, but regarding the alternate to pickle, how about Rosebud? Oh, okay.
Rosebud doesn't have the twang that I'm really looking for.
Explain why you say Rosebud. Was he texting about the live stream?
No, something else.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. Say why you say Rosebud.
Twisting my buttons.
I like, who was Katora? What did she say? I forget. Do you have a question?
Nope. Never seen
I sent you questions.
Oh, I got lots of questions. I thought you were talking about Katora. You're not going to finish your sentence like typical when you talk to me?
No, I said Katora called me. Spitfire. That's
Spitfire. There you go.
Spitfire. Yeah.
Okay, you want to do a question? If you guys have any questions for me and Tiff, drop them down in those comments below. So question number 1.
He said he doesn't know. It just popped in his head.
Okay. How long do I have to wait after I get my medical marijuana card expired to get my permit? I would say it's probably just right away, right after it expires.
Yeah, and the 2-part question to that, which I didn't put in and I just remembered it now, was that can they look it up? So no, they don't see anything.
Correct.
When they do your background and when they process your application, that's part of HIPAA. So they don't see your medical stuff.
Right.
And somebody else asked too, while we're on this topic, somebody asked if they go for like depression, right? If they want to go talk to their doctor about depression and get some, antidepressant pills or whatever, will that affect them from owning a firearm? So for anybody that's, struggling with that or thinks that will affect you, it doesn't. So you can go to the doctor, you can get antidepressants, and there's going to be no problem at all because there's no correlation between your medical history and your...
Unless that medical history landed you in a mental health facility.
Yes.
Got you adjudicated as mentally defective.
Yes. But,
something like that.
But people get confused and they think mentally defective means you just had depression. No. You can... That's not...
mentally defective is like when a judge says... Hey,
Yes.
Tiffany is not allowed to pay her own bills.
Yes.
She is not
It's a big
allowed to
deal.
make her own decisions in life.
It's not because I just go to the doctor and I'm like, hey, I'm having some postpartum and want some antidepressants. Somebody even asked about ADHD drugs. So there's lots of those little things. Like, you don't have to worry about that. You can, and then somebody even asked about prescription like Vicodin or Percocet.
Yeah, I got that question Saturday too. Yeah.
Prescription pain pills. You are totally fine as
As
long
long
as
as you're
doing
prescribed it.
Yes, as long as you're doing it legally, you're prescribed it. None of those things will affect you.
Yeah. But like I was explaining to the student on Saturday, if you're on, let's say his question was about Percocet. If he is on Percocet and let's say he does something silly with a gun, maybe he accidentally shoots somebody or purposely shoots somebody.
Yeah.
If the state prosecutor is able to discover the fact that you're on a narcotic like that,
Yeah,
I
they would
would
have
think
to do a blood test though and stuff. And there's usually they kind of usually have to have reason for that. Like the officer said, he was off. He seemed loopy.
Seemed strange.
Yeah, he had alcohol in his breath, like something like that, where they're like, hey, let's do a blood test. But if you're just like Ryan, you did Percocet. You did Percocet.
I was prescribed Percocet.
Ryan was prescribed after his back surgery and back accident. You were prescribed Percocet for
several years.
Was it several? It was like a year, I think. I don't think it was several.
It was several.
It was such a pain in the butt to deal with. Ugh, everybody treats me like a drug addict. So
it's a dangerous drug, man.
yeah. So
I didn't realize that I
Ryan
was
off of
really
it.
addicted to it until I tried to stop. And then I realized, like, this is a big deal, man.
Okay, here. Dan's got a question. So do you know that Georgia got a car?
Oh, really?
Yeah. She
Wow.
got like a little bug type car. I think
Like
it's
a
like a
Volkswagen
Volkswagen.
Beetle.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's crazy. So this is what he said.
I honestly
What about-
didn't realize that she was old enough.
Yeah, she's 15.
I thought
so
she was
15 and a
14.
half.
Okay,
No.
yeah.
So Dan said, what about Baker Act from a doctor for depression? Same thing. There's been people that have been Baker Acted and
Here's the reason that I don't talk about being Baker Acted and your Second Amendment rights very much. It's because it is very complicated. It's not as simple as if you have a medical marijuana card, you can't buy a gun legally. So being Baker Acted, if the judge and a counselor deems you as being mentally incompetent, then you lose your right to own guns. If they don't, then you can keep your guns. But again, it is very, very complicated. So I try not to talk about it too much because it is just causes a lot of confusion.
yeah, but I think Dan, Ryan covers a little bit in your book, don't you? Or
Not
no?
really.
'Cause
I don't
it is
talk
very
about Baker
confusing.
Acting,
Yeah,
yeah.
it is very confusing. But there's been people that have been Baker acted.
Yep.
I don't know what the write-up was.
It's not a no, and it's not a yes.
Exactly. I don't know what the write-up was in their thing. You know, everybody gets written up differently, so it really depends on how it's written up. But I do know people that have been Baker acted in the past, and they have a carry permit, and they had no problem buying a gun. So it's definitely not a no. Ryan, you will not believe what comment I just saw.
What's that?
Because I was thinking about this. So Miles Rose...
Big Booty Judy is the only way that I will ever refer to that individual.
I apologize. But it's her first name is Monique. Let's call her Monique. Okay.
Big Booty Judy.
Stop. Monique
chilling in the live stream chat.
Hey, are y'all going to do the coffee and Bible study?
Okay.
I know. We're bad. We say we're going to do stuff, and then we don't do it because we get caught up on other stuff. But I think so. Just not yet. Any new gun reviews coming from Scuba? I haven't seen Scuba in a while. No, because we're working on a bunch of other stuff with the business. And
big stuff. Crazy stuff. World-changing stuff.
None of that's true. It's not world-changing.
It's true in my life.
But we're just, like, every day, busy, so...
Like, literally, I don't know if you guys get this. Maybe you guys are like this. Maybe you're not. I wake up. This morning I woke up at 5 a.m. or so.
I beat you.
Yeah, you beat me. Whatever. I don't even try to beat you. You beat me every morning. Like, every time I wake up, it's like, oh, Tiff's already gone. It doesn't matter if it's 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, 5 in the morning. It doesn't matter. Tiff's already awake.
I pride myself in that.
So I wake up at 5 a.m. I promise you guys, within 5 minutes of waking up, I am already working.
Yeah. Well, you have a coffee, you read your Bible, like you do certain
That's
things.
working.
I guess.
That's like a task that has to get completed in the morning is wake up, read the Bible. Within 5 minutes of waking up, I'm reading the Bible.
Well, I beat you because this is me. Grab my phone, walk to the bathroom, pee, start answering emails. And then this morning I dropped my phone and I was like, oh. And I'm going like this. I'm having to do this, right? Because, your eyes can't adjust. And then I always, don't send that yet. And then I start walking down the stairs. My eyes get a little better. I'm like, oh, geez, I got to really fix that up. There's, all this mumbo-jumbo. But that's totally me. I, go straight to answer my emails and my text messages. Whew, got a lot. Tiffany, the new Elvira. Elvira, man, my dad watched her back in the day. That was, 1985, 83 when Elvira was big. Do you know who Elvira is?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I'll take it. I think Elvira is pretty hot.
So Placid Saint says, I wasted $60 on my concealed carry class when I found out that my DD Form 214 satisfies the requirement.
It shouldn't have been a waste, though.
Yeah, it shouldn't have been a waste. Did you get value from the class? Did you learn about the laws? Did you learn about proper mindset? Because if you didn't, then everybody that's ever taken that class has been a waste.
Yeah. I had somebody the other day, both military, husband and wife, they signed up for the class and they said, I have my DD-214, but I don't know the laws. So they said, are you going to cover the laws? I'm like, yeah, we're going to cover all the laws. And they're like, well, we don't, and it was so good because she said, we don't learn any of that in the military.
You don't learn anything in the military.
Yeah, you were in there.
I did it, man, right? So you shoot a gun once or twice every 2 years, right? Unless you're infantry or an actual combat person, you are not shooting a gun.
Right.
So I love it when people say, my dad's going to teach me how to shoot. He was in the military. And I'm like, oh, what was your dad's job? Oh, he was, he was in comms. Okay. So your dad knows nothing about guns probably or very little. I don't know. But just because you're in the military, it doesn't mean you have a deep understanding of shooting.
And I don't know what other people's concealed carry class, but ours has a bunch of great stuff, plus the 5 free courses, like
ours is in-depth, man.
How to travel with firearms, what is it, concealed carry mindset,
if you don't get value out of our concealed carry class at Tampa Carry, I will refund your money 100%. Because it is crazy.
We also have people contact us that have taken concealed carry classes elsewhere, and they're like, "Hey, I live in Miami or whatever, and I just want to take your class. I'm not, I'm not going to come up." But so they take it too.
Yeah.
So there's lots of people. Listen to this. Kathy says she just ordered Ghost and Reaper peppers today.
I know, I saw that comment.
A Reaper pepper?
I don't know what that is, but it scares me, Kathy.
Kathy.
It scares me.
Don't water it down. Keep it hot. I want to see this butt.
So
I want to see him squirm.
We'll do a live stream. Maybe we'll do that on a Monday Night Live, and we'll do it first thing.
Oh.
I'll eat it, and then we'll see if I can get through the entire show with Ghost Pepper or whatever death.
Kathy, don't, make it full strength. Full strength. Kathy, let me tell you guys this. Kathy said, I always bring Ryan green chili. She's the sweetest lady.
So amazing.
So amazing. And she says, I always bring Ryan green chili, the burrito sauce, the pour, the smother sauce, but I don't bring anything for anybody else. So
God. Hold on a second.
So she says, do your kids like carrot cake? And I'm thinking, hell to the yeah, because that's my favorite cake, and I'm going to eat it, right?
What the hell was that face, Tiffany? What was that?
So I'm like, oh yeah, kids loving carrot cake. Meanwhile, I'm like, freaking score, baby. She brings over this massive tin, like that big. The cake is like that thick with the best cream cheese icing, like so yummy, not too sweet, right? Just like perfect. And the cake was so moist, and it sat in the fridge for,
oh my gosh, 2 days?
No, it was because we had to go to the conference.
Right.
We had to go to the conference, so we left the cake here with the kids and my sister, who just happens her favorite cake is carrot cake. So we come back and there's a couple pieces left. It was still super moist after 5 days.
Okay, now that Tiffany is finished.
So
Kathy, we need to start a business. That was the best dessert carrot cake that I've ever had in my life.
Well, wait a minute.
Literally, Paisley and I on Saturday were
better
like,
than my carrot cake?
It was better, Tiffany.
I know it was.
Paisley and I went to Publix the other day, and we were just to get some dessert, right? Because this one over here won't buy it for me.
Ryan eats so much dessert. Like every single night, he wants to have pie, cake, cookies, like every single night. I'm like, hey, let's do this once a week, right?
No.
Let's be healthy.
This isn't Uganda, okay? I can afford dessert every night. I want dessert every night.
Okay, who eats ice cream every single, or not ice cream, who eats dessert every single night? I want to know. Because I feel like it's excessive. It's so excessive.
Okay, so we were there, and Paisley was like, we should get some carrot cake. And I was like, I had forgot about your carrot cake. And then when she said that, I was like, oh my God, I can taste it in my mouth. It was so good.
There's a first for everything, Sean. He said, I've never seen a woman motorboat a cake. I think it's awesome, and I totally would like to do that. Yeah. Oh, thank you so much, Will. I appreciate that. You're so sweet. Says I'm looking gorgeous tonight.
Gorgeous.
If only I could get Ryan to say that without me asking him to say it.
Yeah, whatever.
Okay, so Ting Ting eats ice cream every night.
Okay, I knew I liked you, Ting Ting.
Yeah, dessert every night is the norm around these parts.
Good. Oh, it's the American way.
All right, what's your next question? We're getting off topic here, which we always do.
Jim L. says, I just moved to Florida from North Carolina. How long can I carry in Florida with my North Carolina permit?
Ah, good question.
Take it away, Tiffany.
Really? You just put me on the spot like this? Okay, so Florida gives you 6 months. So you
90 days.
90 days, sorry.
You're failing already.
I forgot. So Florida gives you 90 days to get your Florida concealed carry license once you become a resident. So
once you establish residency in the state of Florida, that starts a 90-day clock that you have to get your Florida permit.
Yeah.
Now, this is something that a lot of people make a mistake on, right? Because they think they see their North Carolina permit, and they're like, oh, my North Carolina permit is valid for another 2 years.
Right.
So I'm going to keep carrying with that. That North Carolina permit is no longer valid 90 days after you establish residency in the state of Florida.
Yes, but concealed carry permit is not like a driver's license, so you can have 2. So you can keep that one if it doesn't expire for 6 or 7 years and it covers a couple different states or whatever it is. But in that 90 days, which it can take up to 90 days for Florida, they say up to 90 days to get approved. So you pretty much want to apply as soon as you get here. I even have people that apply, they take the class and everything, and then they schedule their live fire. Yeah. So as soon as they move down, they take the class and submit their application.
But that's the goal. The goal is because it takes 90 days for the state of Florida by law to issue you a carry permit.
It doesn't mean it will for sure. So we've been getting students lately with our application assistants have been getting their permits back in
10 days.
10 days, exactly. Yeah. So super fast. But there's a hiccup, if you have any kind of, charges from way back, unpaid tickets, anything like that, there could be a delay in your application. So you want to make sure that you're covered and you get that done right away. So
yeah,
got you.
Kathy Douglas is talking about pineapple upside down cake.
Oh, upside down pineapple cake. Oh, so good.
I'm telling you, this is a business opportunity. I'm going to start checking out GoDaddy tonight for business names, Kathy.
Frog in my throat. I don't want to cough though. Everyone's going to be like, she's got the virus.
Okay, so
Not
somebody asked in here. No, it's funny. Whatever. Nobody cares, Tiffany. People are not here for you. All right. So keep your antics to a minimum while I focus on the people. I am a man of the people.
Oh my gosh, a man of the people. Please.
Living the dream, baby. Living the dream. All right. So somebody asked. I think it was the Jesus guy. Whatever.
Repent
and follow Jesus. Yeah. He asked. He said, a lot of people are saying that this is like America is falling apart, and do we agree with that logic? What do you think?
Honestly, I think that it's just more well known now. However, I do believe I do believe the division has gotten much worse.
Yeah.
And I believe the cancel culture has gotten much worse. And the preacher talked about this at church on Sunday. And I was telling Ryan.
You don't know his name either. His name's Brian.
I got a frog in my throat. Anyway, so this is the thing. Like I told Ryan, I said, I'm so against way over here and way over here people. I don't care which side you're on, even if it's on my side. If you're way over here, I can't handle you. And I'll tell you why. Because as a human, boop, boop, boop. As a Christian, I put how do I say this exactly? I put Jesus and loving people before anything political. So I think that we should all, I don't care if I don't agree with you. I don't care if you think, so I don't believe that, there's lots of stuff. I won't even bother getting into it. I'm getting off. I'm not good.
You are. So listen, here's what I think. I think that America is going through a difficult time. I think that weak people create a very difficult time in history. And I think that's what's happening. Yeah. We have very weak leadership. Thankfully not in Florida, but nationwide, very weak leadership. And they are creating a very difficult time in American history that we are going to feel for decades, if not generations.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I think because they're doing so many really silly things with money and with these decisions that they're making, I think that we're going to have very strong people come out and fix it. And then we're going to have very easy, comfortable times in America, which is going to create and develop very weak people. And the cycle just repeats. This is just a cycle that we've gone through time and time again, right? Yeah. So will we pull out of it? Yes, if we stay focused and we do what we need to do as the American people.
I just think
but they are destroying America.
I think that we need like a big revival, and I think that people need to get back to basics and realize that we are all human beings and we're all going to have different opinions. Nobody's going to agree with you 100% in this whole like freaking attacking on social media and cancel culture and all this crap. Like, I can't believe Ryan and I can't even read comments on our own channel. Just to talk with you guys and reply with you guys because
people are crazy.
People are crazy and people are so freaking mean. And they attack you and I can't handle that. Like, I get a sore stomach. I get gut rot. People are saying I'm stupid and I should be off the air and who is this chick and what a dumb chick and her voice is so freaking annoying and all this crap.
So one of our friends sent me a text message and said, Ryan, you got to look at the comments of this YouTube video. And I was like, okay, whose video? And he's like, it's your video. And I was like, okay. So he sent me the link to the video and I did not look at the comments. I know you're on here right now, but I did not look at it. But he said, this is why this individual does not agree with constitutional carry, because these people are batshit crazy.
Yeah.
So you're going to say anybody can carry a gun with no training, but these are the comments that you post on a video talking about just shooting random people and all these violent, evil stuff that I don't agree with, right?
Right.
But again, it just goes to show that many people are very immature and are not responsible enough, not emotionally developed enough to carry a gun. And listen, that's going to probably get me a lot of slack on the internet, but I already get the slack. And honestly, I don't care. If you can't control yourself with the comments that you make on the internet, you might not be smart enough to own a gun yet.
Now, I will say this. I think that people are more miserable because only miserable people do that stuff, right? Go on the internet and just attack everybody. Only miserable people. Hurt people, right?
Yeah.
So I do think that there is a low self-esteem, depression, all that kind of stuff, and it's fueled by social media because people feel bad about themselves because they're seeing all this fake stuff, right? It's like I will look in the mirror, I'll be like, oh, you look pretty today, and then I'll go and look on Facebook or whatever, and it's like, oh wow, she looks really good. Oh, she doesn't have all these little wrinkles and all this stuff going on and teeth space between her tooth and.
Who is it right here? So Will says, this is very powerful. Will says the Taliban do not believe in constitutional carry. That says a lot. Isn't it comical that the Taliban regains their power? They get all these guns from the U.S. government, and then they immediately tell all of the Afghanistan people, you must give us your guns because we don't trust you with the guns. That is pretty scary. That is pretty scary, right?
Yeah. So, can you guys hear the air conditioner? Is that why
I know a couple people have said that.
Well, too bad, because I'm not shutting it off. You guys have to deal with it. Please don't complain, because Ryan will take your side over my side.
I will. I'll turn this thing off in a freaking heartbeat.
And he will make me, sweat. Okay. So, anyway, that was that about that. Go ahead.
Nuke Tech says about 51% of the country isn't smart enough for most activities.
Yeah.
I would agree with you.
Yeah.
I would agree with you. I think, and this is a bigger issue in society, right? It's, and it's parents' fault, frankly, for not challenging their children to really think. Instead of just giving your kid the answer, it's about, making them kind of think. I'm very proud of Paisley.
Yeah.
Paisley has a friend at school that is not a good influence. And Paisley will come home and say things like, I don't know if I should be friends with this person anymore. And I say, why? Well, because she does this and she does that, and I just feel like it's making me have a bad day at school. And she's processing this stuff on her own and identifying that, this is a toxic person.
Right.
These are the types of people that you want to identify and get them out of your life.
Well, yeah, and it's not get them out of your life, but there's
friends. It is.
There's friends and there's acquaintances, right? We'd be nice to everybody.
There are
people that you want to keep close.
There are 4 types of people in life. Everybody write this down. 4 types of people. People that add, people that subtract, people that multiply, and people that divide.
Yeah.
So listen, my mother is a divider.
Yeah.
So I had to say to her, you're not allowed to be in my life. You're not allowed to contact me. You're not allowed to talk to my children. You're not allowed to talk to Tiffany because you are trying to get us divorced. That's what she was trying to do. So those people that are dividers, people that are subtractors, cut them. Cut them out.
Yeah, still be nice. They can be acquaintances, but that's not the people.
Cut them out.
That's not the people.
You never speak to them.
That's not the people that you want, around you in your core group because, we are who we hang around with. So.
I want the people that are like Joe. Joe is trying to do big things in his life.
Yeah.
Joe is an encouragement to the people that are around him.
Yeah.
I want people like Joe. When Joe is struggling, Joe is not out there saying, woe is me,
yelling.
Because this is stuff that gets me amped up. Joe is not out there saying, woe is me. Joe is saying, how can I provide value to other people and help other people? Those are the people we want in our lives.
Yes, you definitely want to have multipliers and adders, right? Because they're going to add to your life and help you multiply. So anyway, I cut out the whole family, all druggies and drinkers. Yes, unfortunately, but if you don't, then unfortunately, you're susceptible to go down that path or get sucked into being, an enabler and stuff like that. So you got to do it. But so Kevin says, do you guys offer any training after getting your concealed? Yes.
So we have the beginner's guide to firearms, but you're asking more advanced stuff. So the beginner's guide to firearms is about making sure a person is comfortable and confident handling a gun safely. Then we have the advanced concealed carry level 1. That's a course that's going to really teach you, as I like to call, the cool guy shit. How to draw your gun from concealment. And we have lots of people on here that are students in that. Dan, Joe. That's what's going to really teach you how to manipulate your firearm at a high level during a violent attack.
Yeah. Oh, thank you, Will. Yes, we definitely try. But you know what? When you're raising kids, the hard part is you don't know till they get older.
Yeah, dude.
Like, it's scary because you try your best, but then you're like, you know, you worry, am I screwing them up? Am I doing the right thing? Are they internalizing this the right way? Because I don't want it to be later on when they're, 20 saying, oh my gosh, my mom and dad did this and it made me, this. It's hard. Parenting is
tough, man.
It is. You've been waking up stressed the last couple of days, like just stressed because.
I've been waking up stressed. I've been going to bed stressed.
Lincoln likes to fight with everything, right?
Yeah, let me just tell you guys this. I'm going to be very vulnerable here for a second, but one of my absolute biggest fears is that my kids don't love me when they're older.
Yeah,
it is a huge fear of mine.
Yeah.
So I try, right? I try to play ball and catch with them and stuff like that, and I try to create that positive stuff. But, Lincoln is a very difficult child.
Well, he just likes to test everything and talk back. And, the other two kind of listen a little better. But Lincoln likes to talk back. And he's
kind of like me. He's got an attitude.
He's kind of like Ryan.
And he has a hard time, just kind of processing stuff sometimes, right? Which I get because I went through the same struggles.
So, but then you feel like you're always punishing him, always yelling at him, always on his back, kind of. And
then he's going to resent me later because I'm having to discipline him so much, right? So it's hard. I don't want to discipline him, but I have to discipline him because if I don't, that's what makes me a bad parent. Right?
But you're worried that your time with him is always just seems like it's negative. It always seems like he's in trouble.
It's always like, come in my office. We got to have a talk. Let's go outside and have a talk.
Lincoln, stop this. Lincoln, stop fighting.
Like, it's never ending.
You got to listen. Stop your attitude. Yeah. Oh, more fishing trips. Yeah. Oh, Dan said, I understand that totally. Yeah. So it's hard. Just love them now. Whatever you guys struggle with, love them.
Yeah, it's a good point, Dr. T. Just love him. Whatever you guys struggle with, just love him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree, man. And it's just about showing the love. And
being a parent is the hardest thing. I was going to say being a parent, but not really. Being a good parent is very hard because anybody can just, be a parent and not actually try to instill, these morals and stuff into your kids and help them live better life, help them process things, help them make their own decisions.
I got to tell you guys, one of my absolute proudest moments occurred the other day. You guys are going to love this. Maybe you won't, but proudest moments the other day. So we're talking about business ideas for Paisley and, her doing like little girl, how to do nails and makeup and stuff like that. And she looks at me and she goes, Dad, that's a great idea, but who's going to write the copy? So for those of you that don't know, copy is like when you're writing a sales thing of encouraging somebody to buy something.
Or your website page or whatever, you got to have the copy on there. So it's just funny.
It was hilarious to me that a 12-year-old kid, most adults don't know what copy is, okay? So a 12-year-old kid understands what copy is, has heard Tiff and I talk about it enough, and her biggest challenge is not how are we going to start the business, but who's going to write the sales copy?
Drew, oh my gosh. These people know you. So somebody asked if you're going to go to the gun show, and Drew's like, Ryan doesn't do gun shows.
Hell to the no. I will not be at a gun show.
I'm so thankful because the last thing I ever want to do is go to another gun show. So I'm so thankful that
listen,
let's go to the gun show.
Gun shows are for people who have never been to a gun show. That's my opinion. Maybe there are dudes out there that go to gun shows a lot, but people.
I'm not interested.
Yeah, we had a booth at every gun show in the state of Florida for about 2 years, I guess, roughly. I don't know.
Yeah.
Long enough.
You did a lot of travel.
Long enough to make me realize I don't ever want to do that again.
Yeah.
And they all sell the same stuff. It's all China, cheap stuff. Like none of the really good Second Amendment gun stuff is at a gun show. Yeah. It's always cheap China, nylon crap.
Yeah, like flea market kind of.
That's flea market junk.
And then it's like, I find everybody's grouchy and kind of like, the vendors are like, don't touch, their signs. Don't touch
do you
unless
remember?
you're going to buy. Yeah, that was
we
the
were at
last
a
time
gun
we
show.
went. We
No,
never
it
went
wasn't
back.
the last time. I've been after that.
Okay.
So we were at a gun show in Sarasota, and this guy, listen, if I want to buy a gun, I will buy a gun. Okay, that's just the bottom line.
Yeah.
So we're at the gun show. This guy's got this really unique, interesting rifle I had never really seen before. It's laying on the table, right? So I pick it up and I start looking at it. And the guy's like, hey, who do you think you are? And I was like, Ryan
You just
G.
walk up to people and touch their stuff?
You just walk up to somebody's table and touch a gun? And I was like, yeah, we're at
Pretty
a gun
much.
show. And he's like, you got to ask permission. And I was like, yeah, I'm not going to ask you for permission to touch your gun that's laying out in the open, okay?
Right,
It's not going to happen. And then he said something else, and I said, whatever, bro. I won't buy your $1,000 gun then. And I just walked away.
Yeah.
So it's like, so every time we did a gun show, I always had a sign on the table that said, please touch my junk. And it always got some good laughs, right? But I was like,
So Dan
I'm
said he went
encouraging you
once.
to touch the stuff.
Dan said he went once and never went again. Nuke Tech, well, have you gone though? He said, I went to a gun show once. Yeah, see, you go once.
That's the point, dude.
And then it's like, nah. Because then by the time you pay your parking or whatever, and then you're rubbing up against a whole bunch of people, and everybody's so close, and then it's like everything. And then even if you do want to buy a gun, right? Let's say you do want to buy one, then you're standing there waiting for like a super long background check because everyone's running background checks. Screw that. I'll just rather go to Bunker Depot.
The false belief that new gun owners have about gun shows, and this just comes from clever advertising and marketing, is that you're going to get a really good deal on a gun if you go to a gun show. But the reality is, you're going to pay $10 for parking. You're going to pay $5 or $12 to get in. I don't remember what it is.
Yeah.
Then you're going to stand in line with a bunch of people, and you're going to pay the exact same price as if you just went to a gun store.
Yeah.
The prices are the same.
Yeah.
But now you paid parking, you paid an entry fee, frankly,
you got all rubbed up on.
Sometimes that's a good thing.
Scooting through the aisles. Yeah.
But, and then the other negative that people don't think about is when you go to a gun store like Bunker Depot and you're a new shooter and you're like, hey, I am a little bit concerned. I got kids in my house or I don't know what gun's going to be right for me.
Right. They
can actually take an hour if you need it.
Yeah.
They can take 20 minutes.
And then if you have a question,
they can walk you through stuff.
You can go back.
And make sure you feel safe, right?
Yeah.
When you're at a gun show, it's like, hey, you gonna hand me a credit card? Nope. Then get lost.
Yes.
You hand me a credit card?
Oh my
nope.
gosh, Ken, you nailed it. And then you have it's not new gun owners, I will tell you what.
True.
Then you have all the gun owners flagging everyone.
Yeah.
I will tell you this, though. From being at the gun store, it is not new gun owners. Like, it's 50-50. Because there's a lot of people that they classify themselves as expert or, intermediate, and they flagging all over the place like crazy. So finger on the trigger, don't clear it, all that kind of stuff, like craziness. And they're like, oh yeah, I've been shooting for years. And I'm thinking, really? And you haven't killed anybody yet? So yeah. The other thing about going to a gun store, they get to know you. So then it's like you have somebody that if you need...
That texts you when dope guns come in.
Yeah, but no. Let's not get into that. So that if, you need to get ammo or whatever, you can just call up and say, hey, I'm running short on, something. Can you put a box aside for me? Stuff like that, right? You build that relationship. So I always say
the relationship is more important than just a transaction.
Do
right?
local gun stores. Yeah, support your local gun
Even
store.
if you have to pay a little bit more.
Yeah.
I think it's better. Like I always encourage...
Like $20.
When we're doing our shooting classes or whatever at Universal Jewelry, I'll like tell students, hey, you should get the speed loader, you should get this, whatever. And they're like, will it be cheaper on Amazon? They always like take me off to the side and they like whisper to me, will this be cheaper on Amazon? And I'm like,
save a couple bucks.
Probably.
But...
It's probably like $2 to $3 cheaper on Amazon.
Yeah.
But does it, honestly, if $3 is a make or break for you, you're already broke. Okay, and you should just give up. So just support the business. Like these guys are already here hustling and helping you. Give them the $3. It doesn't matter.
That sucks. My FFL transfer guy died this week. Yeah, that sucks. Sad day. Poor guy.
Yeah, that sucks.
So Jack Spring said, what's with picking on Tiffany? Somebody's picking on me. Oh, he says, if you don't want her, I'll take her. LOL.
Yeah, so
Perfect.
SHOT Show is no more. Is that true? Did they cancel SHOT Show?
Did they?
They maybe cancel it again this year.
Yeah.
I'm going to Google it real quick.
I'm sure they did because, I mean, it's too hard. R.I.P.
Why is it
Paul.
hard?
Right now, with all the restrictions, people don't want to do it. They have to like get vaccinated or get, proof of negative and all this kind of stuff. Plus, it's probably going to. I'm addicted to coffee, cars, and guns. Oh yeah,
all good things.
We'd make a good match, Nuke Tech.
Okay, so SHOT Show 2022 is happening.
Is it?
So yeah, I mean they canceled 2021, which we all knew, right? But that wasn't even the National Shooting Sports Foundation. They were going to still put it on.
Oh, yeah.
It was the city of Las Vegas said you can't have.
That's right.
Because listen, I went to SHOT Show a couple years ago, and there were 400,000 people at SHOT Show.
That's a lot.
It was crazy. And they said after that year, they're going to be moving it to the Sands Expo Center because they were planning for it to be even bigger.
Ever bigger, yeah.
So, like, this event is going to get to 1 million people eventually.
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy. It is the only, like, I don't know if you remember this. I was there, had to go to the bathroom, and I'm like, oh, I got to find an exit, right? So I walked, and I made it to a corner. I turned left. I walked again, made it to a corner, turned left, and I'm thinking if I just follow the walls, eventually I'll find the exit. I promise you, I obviously wasn't paying attention, but I promise you, I made 4 left-hand turns, and I was like, I'm back where I started. I never found the exit. How do I get out of this?
Yeah. So Jack Spring said that he just watched your Ruger PC Carbine vid and bought one for himself.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, that's a nice gun.
I like that gun.
Yeah,
we bought one too, and I love it.
I've liked that gun for a long time.
Yeah.
Years ago when we got one in the gun store. It was very nice.
Yeah, I would like it if they brought SHOT Show back to Florida, but that Las Vegas is too convenient and too easy. But I guess Orlando could probably handle it.
So Monique said that every gun store that she's been to will take the time to educate you, etc.
That's a good gun store.
Not a gun show. All them sweaty people. And they don't care. All they want is your money.
Yep.
100%.
100%.
And if they don't have, like, if you're like, oh, what's the best gun for me? All they're thinking is, what gun do I have that I can sell this person? Not what is truly the best gun for you. But if you go to a gun store, they'll be like, you know what? Like, we'll order you in a, shield or whatever it is, because that really is going to be best for you. So they, don't just, not always, but sometimes, try to really watch out for you. So... All right, Ryan, it's that time.
Casper says, I was arrested for some stupid stuff a couple weeks ago. I was open carrying my antique firearm, and I did not get charged with open carry my gun, ? You didn't really ask a question, though, buddy. But, yeah, interesting. Just goes to show not everybody knows what an antique gun is, and even though it's legal, the police are still going to show up. So is it really worth your time?
Yes. I just had somebody on live chat that said, I need Tiffany. I said, please, to our agents, please open a ticket. I'm doing our Monday Night Live show right now.
Yeah.
I cannot help you.
Okay, so Alex says, can I open carry in South Carolina with the Florida concealed carry? No. Like, if you're in South Carolina, you have to comply with whatever those laws are in South Carolina. So you have to look. What is open carry legal in South Carolina?
Right.
Who is allowed to open carry in South Carolina? Is it residents only? Is it residents and non-residents? Do you have to be engaged in a very specific activity like hunting or fishing?
Yeah.
Like in Florida. So you got to do a lot more research and really figure this out.
And we don't know the answer to it because we don't know South Carolina laws. We can tell you in Florida, but we don't know laws.
I can tell you about Florida concealed carry laws, front ways, back ways, doggy style. But I know nothing about South Carolina law.
You should start learning. All right. Do you have any more questions, or is that it?
No, that's it.
All right.
Hey,
Thank you guys
Thanks for
tuning
watching.
in to another Monday Night Live.
Join us on Wednesday, 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. We are going to be joining us on Clubhouse, talking about some fun stuff. So download the app. Create an account, get ready, because I want to hear your voice.
Yeah, so what's nice about Clubhouse, if you haven't been on Clubhouse before, is you download the Clubhouse app, you just Google, You just search Tampa Carry and then follow us, and then it'll ping you when we get live, and then you can join in as a speaker, which is really nice. Each room usually gets about 10, 12 people in that, and we can, you can just talk, and it's pretty sweet. I like hearing from people. I like hearing different people's opinions,
cool.
and what I really like is that I realize that everybody that, follows us and watches us,
Dude, let me tell you, when we started doing this Clubhouse, and I was like...
They're smart, and they have a good head on their shoulders.
I was super afraid we were going to get some lunatic on there and just start babbling. But so far...
Everybody's been so great.
Everybody's been really awesome and very understanding and receptive. You don't have to agree with what people are saying.
Right.
We just need to listen to them and respect them,
Exactly.
and that's it.
Yeah, 100%. So, anyway, download the app now so that when Wednesday night comes, you are ready. And you can also watch us on YouTube. You just can't chime in, but you can go on the chats.
Yep.
So,
all right, guys.
Guys, we appreciate you. Like and share this video, please.
Like always.
Like always.